You know, for a minute there, I thought we were finally on a streak where we weren't going to hear about any more famous men behaving badly, at least for a day or so. But then this happened this morning.
Just moments ago, NBC News Chairman Andy Lack sent the following note to our organization. Dear colleagues, on Monday night, we received a detailed complaint from a colleague about inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace by Matt Lauer. It represented, after serious review, a clear violation of our company's standards. As a result, we have decided to terminate his employment. I'm heartbroken for Matt. He is my dear, dear friend and my partner, and he is beloved by many, many people here. And I'm heartbroken for the brave colleague who came forward to tell her story.
And the statement also said that this may not be an isolated incident. So, I mean, this...
What is it about morning television?
A lot of men on it.
I mean, this was really hard for me to hear because I grew up at the Today Show and I worked with Matt for years and years. So I echo many of her sentiments that first and foremost, no one gets a pass. This behavior is never okay. I personally had such great experiences with Matt, and he was someone that cheerleaded for me and supported me. And I know, as Savannah said, he was extremely beloved there. But I do commend the person with the bravery who comes out to speak about, you know, any of this type of behavior. It's just I feel for my friends over there today because I know it's a dark day at the Today Show, and it's just hard.
It's hard. They're going to lose ratings also. I mean, the same with Charlie Rose's show. You know, he raised those ratings when he came on.
But I think right now it's probably more personal because so many of the staff have grown up there and stayed there for years and years and years. So today, I'm sure the job part will hit them, but right now it's personal.
Don't you think that the executives at these networks have some clue? I mean, you know, you can say it's Matt Lauer, you can say it's Charlie Rose. You know, people who we all know what goes on in the places that we work.
I was going to say, Fox
nothing's going on here, by the way.
My family.
All we have is Brian Tedder. He's the only man we have.
Don't forget about Jason and Christian and Frank.
No, but Brian is scared of us.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
No, I just was going to say that Fox News was my family. And when it imploded from the inside out with Roger Ailes, obviously the head being one of the biggest abusers, it's a very difficult thing to be a part of, especially when you feel like, oh God, what did I know? I didn't know anything. But when you're just surrounded by people that have clearly been put through so much. I will say regarding, I've never worked at NBC. I worked at MSNBC briefly, but not NBC. The way Matt Lauer treated Ann Curry, that's when I was done with him. I'm the biggest fan of Ann Curry, period. And I hadn't liked him since.
Refresh my memory. What did he do?
When she was let go or whatever, it was obviously very contentious. I just thought the way that they treated her on the way out. I love Ann Curry. I think she's one of the greatest journalists of our time. And I thought it was so disrespectful. I don't know if they would have. Again, I don't know. I've never worked there, but I just felt like, would you treat a man that way on the way out? And she was crying, and it was so uncomfortable. And I'm still such a big fan of hers, and I would love to see her come back.
Well, you know, karma's a bitch.
Those were also dark days for the show as well, though, because so many people cared about both of them, and as you watch things played out, so that wasn't a good time. And I just don't think for people that were behind the scenes, I don't think it was this clear cut. It just hurt on both sides. Like it was.
I never worked there. I'm just saying the outside.
No, I understand.
And of course, you know who.
DT.
That's given DTs a bad name. Anyway, tweeted, thank you, tweeted that now that Matt Lauer's gone, when will fake news practitioners at NBC be terminating the contract of Phil Griffin? And will they terminate low ratings Joe Scarborough based on an unsolved mystery that took place in Florida years ago? Investigate.
Oh my gosh.
You know, he never misses an opportunity to tweet about a sexual harasser possibility that's not named Trump.
Well,
you know
I was going to point out, and so I mean, we do this, we talk about him a lot, but today I think it actually warrants it, because this is what I will say to you, new guy. It's all well and good to call folks out. Everybody wants to know that who's out there. Let us not forget that you also have people accusing you.
And he worked at NBC.
And you know, so.
But most importantly, I think, and we were discussing this in our meeting earlier, is that there's so much going on in the world. Russian jets buzzed a U.S. Navy plane. North Korea tested a missile last night. Scared the crap out of me when I was cooking chicken last night. Lindsey Graham says that we may be going to war soon with North Korea.
And also,
of all the things we should be talking about and tweeting about President Trump.
There's Niger.
Yes.
You know, I'm going to keep bringing that up.
Yeah,
because the fact that we lost people over there, that we lost service people, and you have not said, hey, Niger, we're going to come and get you. You haven't said jack dookie about any of that.
Well, and Meghan, you made a good point about that. You said the more it's playing out, the more it seems like a Benghazi. And if people were enraged about Benghazi, this is something they should be
really
up in arms about.
Angry about this.
I don't like when people politicize anything in the military, but especially tragedies like this. I don't understand why we're not talking about this even more. I agree with it. In this show, we'll obviously keep talking about it. But I just think when there are so many things going on in the world, this threat of North Korea right now is the scariest of our generation.
And
easily.
what is he consumed by? Matt Lauer.
Well, yeah, because he's really a figurehead at this point. He does not dealing with real issues anymore. It seems like he's just like Mad King George in the White House.
Yeah. I gotta believe other people are. I mean,
his team is, but the optics of it are so dangerous because, and him just saying, we'll take care of it. Like, last night I had a friend over and we were panicking watching and they were like, what does this mean? And I was like, it's escalating is what it means. And I don't understand why we're not paying as much attention to it. Yes, I think he has amazing generals working in his cabinet, but saying we'll take care of it. North Korea's rhetoric about him was equally as egregious. And I think that we're living in absolutely perilous times. I'm petrified that Pyongyang is going to end up getting nuked in one way or another, and then we're going to end up in a war, which is not something I've felt in a long time. So yeah, I don't really care as much about some other things that we're tweeting about the hypothetical situation of executives that I'm unaware of more than North Korea right now.
I just, you know, look, man, if you hadn't started this, we might not be where we are.
Who are you talking about, Trump?
I'm talking about the guy in the White House.
You're talking about the rhetoric?
Yeah,
The provocative rhetoric.
Because, you know, they were over there. We knew they were there. They knew we were here. But see, when you start send a wolf, well, you don't know what a wolf ticket is.
What's a wolf ticket?
A wolf ticket is when you slamming down words. You're this and you're that little tiny person. When you start with that, see, when you have crazy eat crazy,
right?
They do this to each other, and they are not thinking, oh, you know, we're actually running countries. They're thinking, no, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, that's right.
Empty promises. We have the capacity, and China does, to completely economically bankrupt North Korea. China does. And we were promised with President Trump's chocolate cake meeting with President Xi that would happen. That has not happened. And past that, we're now, as you said, the escalating rhetoric is getting larger and larger.
See, if you're going to start rhetoric, you better be ready to fight. And I'm going to send your behind over there to fight him.
And send those idiots.
Because you're not going to you don't get to hide out while stuff happens. But you know what? We're not going to hide either. But we have to go sell some stuff. So we'll be right back.